Cancer, hello my beautiful people. How are you? I do hope this reading finds you well. Welcome to your reading for the week of the 20th of June 2022. I am going to pull a card first of all from the Chakra Insight Oracle. This will give us a bit of an overall vibe or a feel for the week. Maybe even one of the chakra centers that we can maybe focus on for the week. And it will obviously tie in with the messages coming through from the other readings. So let's see what we've got. Interesting, Cancer. Okay, and I will tell you why. Okay, emotional balance. All right, so this is sitting into that, sorry, that light's just catching the gloss on the card. That's sitting in obviously our heart chakra. And looking at, I'll read the cards out, the words on the card. So stability, harmony, peace, and fluidity. And the big word on the bottom is emotional balance. So it might be that we're being invited this week to tap into our emotions, bringing some balance back into them. Now, at the start of the reading, I did say it was interesting, and I will tell you why, because as I was preparing for your reading, I had this sense that, so I was getting like visions of this dirty water, and I had the sense that it needed to be cleaned. And as I was preparing for your reading, I had some incense burning. You'll see it's a little bit of smoke still in the room, but I had to actually wait till it had stopped because it was like blowing straight into my face, straight into my eyes and my heart chakra for the longest time. And I wouldn't have been able to do the reading like that, but because it hadn't been doing that all day. So, and I felt, I connected in, and it was a message for yourself. So it was about that something in your emotions, something in you, it maybe is a little bit dirty, a bit murky, and needs some sort of, it might even be a fairly deep cleanse, a deep clean. So we'll just get a couple of cards out from the Rider-Waite Tarot. We do have an Ace of Cups, so there may be this cleansing of emotions and a new beginning. Interesting there, because the image on that card is a single cup. So really, we could read that as you're having two Aces of Cups, or confirmation that you're having this Ace of Cups, this offer of a new beginning, potentially a new emotional enlivening for you this week, a gift from the universe. The other message, the other card that has come out there is the Five of Pentacles. So it might be that this is coming out as a bit of a reminder for you to not focus on that feeling of being left out in the cold, to remember that we are always provided for by the universe. We're always given these opportunities. There's always an opportunity for us to grow. When we're feeling out in the cold, when we're feeling not safe, not secure, not provided for, even a little bit woe is me, we've got to kind of hold the faith and trust that these new opportunities are going to be presented to us. I almost feel like the Star card may come out in the reading, because I feel like it's that holding the faith that when we're in these more challenging energies, I guess, that we need to hold the faith that we're going to have these gifts drop into us. So as always, I have called in my guardians, guides, angels, and ancestors who love me unconditionally and are of the highest vibration. First card out for you, my darling Cancers, in the bulk of the spread is the Ace of Wands. So definitely a new beginning coming in here for you. I couldn't be more excited for you. This is really beautiful so far. So as I said, I have called in my guardians, guides, angels, and ancestors who love me unconditionally and are of the highest vibration. I do invite you to do the same if you are so drawn. Next card out is the Justice card. You do not have to, but you might just feel you'd like to do that. But in any case, you will be divinely protected and guided throughout this reading. Okay, so we will just look for. There's going to be 8 cards on the outside of the box, and we'll do another card which supports our week as a whole, message from the universe. Next card out is the Page of Cups. So again, there's that kind of that excitement of new beginnings, excitement of, could even be a new romance coming in for you, Cancer. but it's something that is definitely coming in, that is this new opening up of your heart chakra. There's this new nourishment of your heart chakra. Okay, thank you, guides. Can we have a couple more cards for my beautiful Cancers? All right, immediately we are elevating from the Page of Cups straight into the Knight of Cups. Cancer, if I'm talking to a single Cancer, I would say absolutely there is a very good chance of some romance coming your way this week. Next card out is the Eight of Swords, okay? And after that, the Six of Wands. Thank you, guides. And just 3 more cards we're looking for at this stage. We can get some clarifying cards if we need. We have the Death card. Not always a bad card, my friends. It really does speak to the death of things that no longer serve you, or serve us, and the, you know, the opportunity to bring in those new beginnings. Okay. Next card out is the Two of Swords. And then the final card to join our overall energies is the Four of Pentacles. All right. So I do see those 2 cards being connected, obviously, the Five of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles. You know, it's a little bit of that feeling of lack, that feeling of not having enough, not being provided for, not having all the material resources around you that you need. But the Four of Pentacles does lean into reminding us that we've got that solid foundation to build on, okay? So, and the Five of Pentacles too, I want to remind you that the light that you're seeing in the background there is the light of the church. So that's the sanctuary that is there. It's right there for you. If you have the courage and the ability to turn around and actually ask for that help. So that may have a little bit of a message in there for you. But definitely, as an overall, definitely a new beginning on offer. You've got the 2 aces, the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Wands, another Ace of Cups here in this emotional balance card. Definitely a gift from the universe of something new and exciting. It could be a new passion. Absolutely, as I said, if we have any single Cancers with us, definitely a opportunity or a possibility of a new romance coming in. In terms of relationships, this Death card is sitting in the position of your relationships. So even if you are kind of even newly single, or even if it's, you know, it's something that is happening at the moment, you know, these relationships don't kind of come to an end generally overnight. You kind of feel like they're coming. So it really is about recognizing that sometimes we need to move on from relationships that don't nourish us, don't serve us. And once we can bury them, you know, once we bury them for a long time, they turn into this diamond. So it's an opportunity to put to bed any relationships that no longer serve us, so that we can bring that new invigorated, you know, emotion and nourishing and passion and romance and all the good stuff. We can bring all that stuff back in. So yeah, definitely some potential romance cards. That Knight of Cups is very much speaking to me of an offer of romance. I'll show you him because he's, you know, he's very gorgeous. Okay, so overall, yeah, big cup energy there. Yeah. All right. Let's crack on. So as I said, you do have this Ace of Wands is sitting in the position of your week as a whole, and that's corroborated by the Ace of Cups. So definitely, as I said, there is this new beginning, this new opportunity. You will see in this card and a lot of the aces in this particular deck, the Tarot of Curious Creatures, that little hand is like grabbing the opportunity. And often this is the case with the Aces of Wands, okay? So they are gifts from the universe, but we need to be active. We need to actually take that opportunity, grab it, and run, take it and head down that road, because it is a long path, but it's going to be a rewarding path. So yeah, that is kind of the message I'm getting for you. Don't let it pass you by. Grab it and go, The Justice card is sitting in the position of what may come as a surprise or something unexpected this week. So it maybe you've got something in your life that there might be some sort of justice, and it could be like a legal situation that is being resolved, and there's some justice coming to a legal situation. It could almost be, though, I feel like it could be more like a karmic justice. And the reason I say that is because of these new beginnings and this death card here in the relationship. So it's almost like you have demonstrated to the universe, you've demonstrated your heart, you've demonstrated that you can do the work, you've demonstrated that you've had that incense that can come straight at you to cleanse you. You've demonstrated that you can take that murky, unclean water and cleanse it and transform it. So I feel like it's more of a karmic balance, that because you've demonstrated those things to the universe, that you're able to look at your stuff and cleanse it, is that you're going to be offered those new opportunities as a reward for that work. Does that make sense? I hope it does. The Page of Cups is sitting in the position of how we can stay grounded and focused this week. I really want to talk about that in terms of that cup, okay? So, or the idea of the cups. It's about and the page is about this idea of kind of being youthful and curious and imaginative. And so I think in terms of staying grounded, focused, what you can focus on this week is about really connecting into that heart chakra. It's there, right there in that card. It's the cups are all about the heart chakra, opening up that heart chakra, but it's also about opening up with this sense of curiosity and youth and enthusiasm and vigor. And that's the sense I'm getting, to really focus on that energy of it. Like, because some of the heart work can be painful. Some of this death stuff can be painful if we've got to work through some painful emotions. So but you're being asked here to focus on the good emotions, the happy emotions, the harmony, the peace, the fluidity. So that's the sense I'm getting from that card. The Knight of Cups, absolutely sitting, as I said, absolutely an indication of potential romance coming in. If you're in a relationship, it could be that your relationship kind of antes up a little bit in terms of the romance. You might find you're wined and dined by your partner this week. If you're single and there's no romance coming in, hey, there's nothing wrong with romancing yourself. So light some candles, have a bubble bath, really give yourself that nourishment and love. Fill your own cup. There's the old saying, we can't fill anyone else's cup until our own cup is full. So, if that's the case for you, don't be afraid to fill your own cup up with love. We all deserve it. So we don't need to look to someone else to come in and fill that space for us. We've got to fill it for ourselves first. The next card out is the Eight of Swords, and it's in an interesting position, because it's in the position of what our inspirations are this week. So you can see here, it doesn't look like a very inspiring card. Okay, we've got a very strong, powerful, free horse, independent horse, who is tied up with a blindfold on, surrounded by 8 swords. So it might be that there's a sense of feeling restricted or trapped, and often it's by your circumstances. The thing I would say with this card is that often it's actually almost it's almost an illusion or a delusion. So that horse has the strength and the ability and the wit and the intelligence to very easily break free of those ropes, take that blindfold off, and just essentially just walk through those swords. They really are nothing in terms of holding them back. So be inspired by your strength, by your independence, by your ability to think your way out of a situation, to think quickly, think on your feet. And I think that will help. this week. If there's any, there's a couple of little challenging cards here, but in all, it's, it's kind of got a nice overall feel to the energy of the week. The next card out is the Six of Wands, and this is sitting in the position of how we can best support ourselves this week. So again, an interesting position in terms of the layout, but really what it's saying is that you can kind of take a bow this week. You can stand proud in all that you've achieved, okay? And it's what I was getting back to before about having done the work, all right? So you've gone through that messy, mucky, unclean water, and you've cleansed it. You've sat in these positions of not feeling enough, not feeling like you've got enough, and you've moved through that. So you can actually be proud of the accomplishments and where you've got to, and be recognized for that, even if you have to recognize it in yourself, okay? So as I said about this nurturing yourself, it may not be a literal people are, not a literal you're standing in the spotlight, people are admiring you. It could be that, but it could also be you looking at what's going on yourself. So similar to the love and romance, we don't always need people validating us. Often it's nice to be validated and seen, for what we are, but if we can have some quiet time, we can reflect ourselves on how far we've come, what we've done, what we've achieved, okay? The next card out is that Death card. I did mention this. This is in terms of your relationship. So there may be a relationship or relationships that are evolving, and that's the sense that I get with this word. This card in this position is that relationships have shifted and evolved, particularly over the last couple of years with our world situation. And it might be that you are finding that there's some relationships that don't fulfill you, don't nourish you, don't fill your cup as much as what they used to. So it might be that you are looking to transition away from those relationships and transition into relationships that do inspire you, that do fill your heart with joy and love and peace and happiness and abundance and all the great things. So, and that relationship could be in anything. It could be a romantic relationship. I don't feel like it's a really romantic relationship. I feel like that might be a new situation. I feel like it's more in terms of relationships with maybe family, friends, work colleagues, that sort of thing. Speaking of work, you do have this Two of Swords in the position of your career. So it might be that you are feeling a little bit confused about something in terms of your career. You might have you might be at a crossroads. You might have a couple of different options that are available to you. Now, again, we've got the two creatures here, both blindfolded. So the key here, and this little guy here's got his arms crossed. He's really not open. His heart chakra is not open. Similar here with the Eight of Swords, that heart chakra is not open. So the message for both of these sword cards is the taking the blindfold off. If you can take the blindfold off, you can see clearly what is ahead of you. If you can uncross your arms, if you can take those ropes off, open that heart chakra and allow yourself to be led from the heart for any decisions that you might be torn between. Okay, so if you are between two places for jobs, for work, for career, whatever it is you do day to day, it could be voluntary work, you could be retired, do I go and play golf or do I fish today? Whatever it is, you might be faced with two different decisions, but tap into your heart space and make that decision on which direction to go from a heart space. Get out of your head, because sometimes the head can, we tick boxes and we go, yeah, that's a good job, that's a good fit, here and there, and tick boxes, and it might be a good fit, but on a soul level, on a heart level, it may not be as good a fit as what we might think. All right, my beautiful Cancer. Look, I really love all the energy of the cups there. I love all the heart-based chakra stuff. I think it's a little bit of sticky energy there with the Death card, some transitional energy, but really in all, it's this recognizing how far you've come, recognizing you've done the work, and opening yourself up more, opening that heart chakra up more, and allowing that love and abundance and joy and all the good juju stuff to come flowing in. So definitely some new beginnings, definitely some potential of new romance, but in any case, it is all good, my beautiful Cancer. All right, my friends, you have a good week. Bye-bye.